Good evening, everybody. Welcome to day 8 of the Salesforce Experience Cloud class. So today we're going to continue with roles, sharing, and visibility. So the topics we're going to be looking at today are shared groups, super user, delegated external user or delegated admin, external accounts hierarchy, external account relationship and sharing options for objects, sharing and visibility. Before we jump in, I would like to just go over what we did yesterday. Just to go over the users we created and what they did. So let's go into our org. Then go to users. So here we have all our users listed. So I was creating a note on all our users, their names and the accounts that they belong to. Let me put that here. All right, so starting with University of Arizona, and those are the 3 users at the bottom here. So there's Heather, Patrick, and Jane. That's JNG. So these users are the ones I created in the with the ARO when I was trying to demonstrate account role optimization. And I created the 3 with Heather being the manager and then with Patrick and Jane reporting to her. So by the time we added opportunities we assigned ownership of opportunities to Jane and Patrick, Heather, who was their boss, was able to see the records that they own. Right. Then the next thing I demonstrated with this account again was sharing rules, which is where sharing is done horizontally. So, and we created a sharing rule between Patrick and Jane so that Patrick can see Jane's records and Jane can see Patrick's records. Then the next account that we created was United Oil and Gas Singapore, which you can see here. So from the bottom, so we can see all the users, Peter, Manny, Tom, and Liz. So for these 4 users, the first 2 have a partner community license. And then the other 2 have the customer community plus license. So I didn't demonstrate anything in this one. Then going up to pyramid construction, which is another partner account that we created. We have 3 users, and these 3 users are Claire, Pat, and Maya, and all 3 are partner users. In this account is where I demonstrated sharing sets, which is where records can be shared between users who belong to the same account. All right, so let's go back to the slides. Okay, so share groups. Share groups allow you to share records owned by a high volume experience cloud sites user with authenticated internal and external users. So with share groups, you can share records that belong to high volume experience cloud site users. So those users are the users that have a customer community license. So it gives you the ability to share their records with other internal and external users. Give me 1 minute, please. Okay, so the high volume with the customer community license intended for orgs with many thousands to millions of external users. Because high volume users don't have roles, performance issues associated with role hierarchy calculations are eliminated. Use a share group to share records owned by customer community users. Share groups cannot be used to share records with guest users. A share group is activated from an existing sharing set. All right, so let's go to the org. So I'm going to be opening that notepad again. And then I am going to go to sharing sets, which we can find from our digital experience. I'll open another version of this. Please let me know if the screen is too small for you so I can close this because I'm using a large screen. If it's too big, I can just close the notepad. If it's too tiny, I mean, sorry. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll close it then. I'll close it and put it up when we need it. All right, so we're going to sharing sets because that's where we can create shared groups from. So we go to sharing sets from digital experiences, settings, then we scroll down. So over here, you can find the sharing sets, and this is the sharing set that we created yesterday for Claire and Pat. So what I would like to do is to create another sharing set, which would be for a customer community user. So remember that sharing sets can apply to all of the 3 licenses that we have. So the customer community plus, and partner community. So I would like to create a sharing set between Tom and Liz, just so I can demonstrate the share groups for you. So to do that, I'll just go to new, and then we can say United Oil customers. All right, so and we know that Tom and Liz customer community plus users. So let's choose the profile, which is the one we created for Black Force, the cloned one. And then let's give it opportunity. All right. Then at the bottom, we set up the access. So over here, we're talking about users that belong to the same account. And the field will be contact to account. And we're going to give them read-only access. Save. All right, so to view the share group, we open up the sharing set. And then you can see the share group settings here. So share group, and then you can activate it. Activating or deactivating a share group may take a while. An email is sent to you after the process is finished, okay? Unable to finish processing request. Right, so let's close that and refresh. Okay, it looks like it's activated anyways, so we edit. And then, so over here is where you can choose the users that you like to share the share group with. So they can be internal users, they can be external users. So let's say you want to share them with some of the partner users. So let's add part and internal users. Okay, this is choosing the roles for me. Okay, these are the internal users. So you can add every and then save. Okay, so that's how you create a share group. And over here it says share group members. So it lists the members of the share group for you here. Okay, so going back to the slides. So we're going to talk about super user. Super users have the ability to see data owned by other users who are at the level, who are at their role level or below them in the account role hierarchy. They can be assigned to customer community plus or partner community users and grant more visibility regardless of OWD and sharing rule settings. Partner super user access supports the leads, opportunities, cases, and custom objects only. So what can the super users do? They can view, edit, and transfer cases to other customer community license users. They can create cases for contacts. They can view and edit all contacts, whether community is related or not. They can view account details when they are the contact on the case. They can run reports on all contacts, whether portal enabled or not. All right, so we're going to go to the next slide. So this demonstrates what a super user can do. So let's say that in this hierarchy, that this manager is assigned the super user role. So what happens after that is that he will be able to see all the records owned by all the managers on his level, and he'll also be able to see the records of the users who are under him. So let's learn more about super users. Super users can access records according to their level of permissions. For example, if a manager with full access to cases is granted super user access, then they can view and edit cases of other managers and their direct reports. A different manager who has read-only access to cases can only view the cases of other managers and their direct reports, even as a super user. So they can only do as much as what level of permission that they have, which can be read-only or full access to read and write. To enable a super user, there are two ways to do it. So for the Customer Community Plus user, it's a different method. And to do that, you go to Digital Experiences, Settings, and then enable the button there. And then subsequently, you have to go and assign the super user role to a user through permission sets. Then for the partner community user, you simply go into the contacts record. So the person that you want to assign the partner community super user access, you go into the contact record and then you click the button, enable super user access. So we're going to be looking at these two scenarios. All right, so for the Customer Community Plus user, we're going to have to enable super user access or feature. And you do that by going to Digital Experiences Settings. And then you scroll down to enable partner super user access. And you save. All right, so let's go and create a permission set. Permission sets. New. And we're going to, we can call it customer super user access, since it's for the Customer Community Plus user. Okay, then here is where you choose the license, which should be Customer Community Plus. Then save. Now we go into app permissions and edit. So what we're doing here is to enable this. So it says portal super user allows customer portal users to view and edit all cases for their accounts. So we edit and then we check this off and save. Save. Okay. Then the next thing we have to do is to assign this permission set to a user. So let's go to manage assignments, add assignment, and we can assign this to Maya. assign it to Maya. Next. No expiry. So over here, you choose the duration that you want this permission set to last. So we don't want to put a condition to that. So we just go ahead. Okay. Right. Failure. Can't assign permission set to this user. User license doesn't match. Completely agree with you. All right. So let's do that again. So this time we're going to choose a user that has a customer community plus license. So because we chose Maya is a partner user, so that's why it failed. So let's choose Liz. Let's choose Liz. Choose Liz. Next. Assign. Okay. Thank you, Officer. All right, I'm done. Okay, so if you go to Liz's profile, it should have a super user enabled here. Okay, I guess that comes out for the partner one and not for the customer one. Okay, let's do one for partner. So can go to the front end. And then let's make it Maya again. And Maya belongs to the pyramid. So Maya belongs to the pyramid construction account. So let's go to pyramid construction, Maya. And then, okay, so the button is not here. So let's go to the object page layout to add the button there because it's not here. All right, so let's go to Object Manager. Contacts. Page layout. And we're looking for enable super user access. So we drag that here and save. And we go back and refresh. And we have it here. So we click on that. Enable super user access. And once it's done, the button will disappear. So let me refresh. Okay. So let's go back and look at Maya's profile here. Right. So it has a partner super user checked off here. Okay. So that's it for the super user. So the next topic is the delegated external user or delegated admin. The delegated administrator or admin is a user who is not an administrator, but is assigned limited administrative duties to assist in managing other users in the org. Delegated administration rights are assigned to an external user to enable them. So these are the things that they can do. So they can create and edit external user records. They can generate new passwords for external users. They can deactivate existing external users. They can manage permission sets for external users on their accounts. So a delegated external user or admin can be granted to Customer Community Plus and Partner Community User licenses. These permissions are automatically enabled when a user is granted the delegated external user administration permission. So there's a link here where you can read more about the delegated user. And we'll go to the org to demonstrate this as well. So let's go in. All right, so we're going to create a permission set for the delegated user. So let's go back. Duplicate this. Permission sets. New. Let's call it delegated admin. Oh, I already have the names there. Let me just confirm that I haven't created something like that already. Okay, that must be from the other org. All right. So we name it delegated admin 4. So we can start with the, no, actually we want to start with the partner one. I want to start with the partner user one. All right, then you have to assign it a partner license, partner community license, then save. Then just like we did, we go to app permissions, edit, and then we check off the delegated external user administrator. So this one, check that off. Right, and then save. Save. Then manage assignments. And we can, so since it's a partner, we have to assign it to a partner. So who can we use? Let's use Manny. Yes. Well, Manny doesn't even have a license. Let's use, we'd already give something to Maya, so no, I don't want to use Maya again. Let's use Pat. Okay, so next. Then assign. Done. All right, so that's for the partner user. So for the customer user, we create another permission set. New. Delegated customer community plus user. Just write that in full. Then we choose the license, Customer Community Plus license, and we save. Go to App Permissions, edit. Then we choose that. So when you choose the delegated external user administrator option here, and what they do is to manage portal users who belong to the same portal account. When you check this off, it automatically also checks off the portal super user. And that's for when you want to assign to a customer community plus license. Right? So it does it automatically. So it gives the user a delegated admin role, all right, and then also a super user role. So let's save that. And then assign, add assignment. And we can choose clear this time. I think I'm making the same mistake again. I have to choose somebody with the customer community plus. Assign, add. Let's do Tom. Yeah, there you are. So Tom has a customer community plus license. So we go next and then assign. And done. So that's how you can do that for a customer user. Is it possible to disable it? Yes, of course, you can disable it. So if you go to the users, so let's look at it from the users. And then you open up, so we just assigned the delegated admin user to Tom. So let's open Tom's profile. So at the very top here, you can see permissions set assignments. So you can open it. And when you open it, it takes you here. And then you can delete. Okay, so in the same way, any permission set that you assign to any user, once you go into the user's profile, you're going to find it there. Let's look at Liz as well. So you can find a permission sets here. If you click on that, it jumps to the section. So yeah. All right, let's go back to the slides. Now the next topic we're going to be looking at is external account hierarchy. External account hierarchies work in the same way with a role hierarchy, but with external accounts instead of users. Child accounts are able to share data to their parent accounts in the hierarchy. So what do I mean by that? So an external account hierarchy is just like the role hierarchies that we've been looking at. But in this case, instead of having a user, it's an account. So I'm using this image that we used yesterday to represent an account with its users. So this is an account, and the one at the top is the parent. Then the parent branches out to the child accounts, and those ones are here on this level. Then the child can branch down into the grandchildren accounts. Not sure if that's the right thing to say, but yeah. Then it can go like 5 levels deep. So that's what an external account hierarchy would look like. The parent account does not have to rely on sharing methods to access data from their child accounts. So this works in the same way that the role hierarchy does. The accounts on the lower level share access to the accounts in the upper level. So if we're talking about these grandchildren accounts, this account and all the users here will be able to see all the records on this level, on the grandchild level. In the same way, all the records that are owned by the users on the child level can be seen by the users in the parent account level. The hierarchy from the parent account can be up to 5 levels deep. With external account hierarchy, access can be granted to the accounts and their associated contacts with permission sets and sharing rules. External account hierarchy is available with Customer Community Plus and Partner Community licenses. So that's the image again. Then limitations of external account hierarchy. An account can be part of only one active hierarchy. Hierarchies can contain only one type of account, a customer account hierarchy or a partner account hierarchy. Once enabled, external account hierarchy cannot be disabled. It does not support customer community user license or accounts with no active roles. It is incompatible with account role optimization. Either partner or customer accounts can make use of external account hierarchies. That's not a limitation. Okay, I'll remove it from there. Then accounts in EAH cannot be deleted or merged. Okay, so let's look at that. So the whole idea is to have a parent account and then a child account. For the parent account, So for the parent, I want to write it here. So external account hierarchy, parent. So for the parent account, we're going to be using these accounts that we have created or that we have already. We're going to use United Oil and Gas. And then for the child, we're going to use University of Arizona. Okay, so let's go to the org. And the first thing that we need to do is to disable account rule optimization, because from the limitations, we saw that you can't have it side by side with the external account hierarchy. To do that, we go to sharing settings, edit. Now we scroll to the bottom and then disable. Okay, then next thing to do will be to enable external account hierarchy, which we can do from digital experiences, settings, and then let me do a search. No. Right, it's at the bottom. Okay, so it's here, external account hierarchy settings. Enable to show external account hierarchy objects. After you select this option, you can't deselect it. So we're going ahead with that. Okay, and we can see that it's been enabled and grayed out. So you can't disable it. So after we enabled this, it created an object in the org. So let's go and take a look at that. Let's go to Object Manager. And let's find external. So there it is here, external account hierarchy. So we can also find this in the front end. So let's go there and go to our app launcher and do external account hierarchies. And pin. So this is where we can create the hierarchy from. So let's create a new one. And let's call it, so the company we talked about was United for the parent. Okay, and then the account is this one, United Oil and Gas Singapore. And it doesn't have any parent because we want it to be the parent. Then you have to activate it. And then the hierarchy type is a partner. So we save. So it's created the hierarchy for us. Now, if we go back, we want to add University of Arizona as the child. So let me copy that and then create a new external account hierarchy. University of Arizona account will be the same thing. Then in the parent field, we can select United. Activate, partner, and save. So you can see that the Arizona has been nested under United. So what this means is that the users that are in United should be able to see the records of the users in Arizona. So going back to our list, yesterday we created opportunities for Heather. I think we created 2 opportunities for her. Then for Jane, we also created 2 opportunities. I'm going to show you all these. Then for, I don't think anybody here has any opportunity. So it will be interesting to see, to check it out. It's like log in as one of these users to be able to see the opportunities from here. Okay. So let's go to the opportunity object. Opportunities. All opportunities. Oh, okay. I created a list view earlier, so it's filtered out everything that has my name in it, and it's left only all the ones that we've created for the external users. So here, what I wanted us to see was that Patrick has two opportunities, which are these two. No. This is Patrick. Sorry, it's Patrick B. So this is Patrick's opportunities, and then Jane has to Jane Gray. So these are her opportunities. So let's log in as Money to check if we can find Jane's and Patrick's opportunity. To do that, we go to our site. Let's move this to the end. Then we go to the builder. I need to verify what Patrick's login details are. Did I just say Patrick? Money. So Money, that's his username. Right, so go here, open in incognito so that we can log in. Paste that and then get the password. All right, access is disabled. Okay, I think I know why. Money doesn't have an active license. Because we've exhausted our licenses. Let me free one up. Let me free one up and assign that to Money. So Maya is disabled. And then Money. Activate. Okay, so let's try that again. I don't think I saved that somewhere. I'll just save it now. Okay, then. So I refresh the page. I'm going to try again. It's not working. Let's reset his password. I know why. The email address should be mine. And I hope it's going to allow me to reset it. Okay, sent an email. Yes, okay. All right, so let's reset money's password. Change, and it's going to log him in. All right. So let's go to opportunities and view all opportunities. Ha ha ha. All right, so that did not work. Okay, let me go back. Yeah. So what we did was to assign the external hierarchy from United Oil to University of Arizona. United Oil. And this is the parent, so they should be able to see everything that is in here, right? Okay, let's go back to here. Am I missing anything? Activate hierarchy. I thought it was active already. Activate the full hierarchy to let this account and all of its child accounts share data. Oh, okay. Let's do that for here. Okay, this one is active. Active, activate. Okay. Let me edit. No parent. And then parent. Okay, let's refresh and see if maybe that made a change. No, it didn't. Okay, well, I'm not sure why it's not working, but the whole idea, I hope you understand the whole idea of the hierarchy and then the way it should work. All right, having said that, I would like to delete this so that we can use the United Oil and Gas Singapore in the next feature. Deactivate and delete. Right. Okay. I hope it doesn't give us any more issues. Well, all right. Let's move ahead to the next topic. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, so let's go on then. We've gone through this already. Okay, so this is what I was trying to demonstrate using United Oil and then as the parent, and then the child would now be University of Arizona. Okay, so the next topic is external account relationships.
Hi. Sorry to cut you off. I already raised my hand. I just wanted to, I'm a bit confused about the sharing, the differences between the sharing sets and the share groups. And the sharing, I think I kind of understand the sharing rules, but the share groups and the sharing sets is a bit confusing to me.
The share groups and the sharing sets.
Yeah.
Okay, were you here yesterday?
Yes, no, I wasn't, but I watched the video. And yeah, I watched the video, but I'm not sure I still understand it.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I can go back to the org to describe that for you before we jump in here. Okay, I'm trying to pull up the slides from yesterday. So, oops. All right, so this is from yesterday. So sharing sets is a sharing mechanism for external users. And it's used to open up access to users who belong to the same account. So that's the key. They have to belong to the same account. And you can do that through here. And it's available to customer community plus, and partner community users. So
by account, do you mean account record or the is it like partner account, or I'm not sure?
Yes. So the partner account. So remember what I have here in my notebook. I'm not sure if this is large enough actually. Let's zoom it. Okay, so yes, a partner account. So when it says account, it means the accounts, and in this case, it means pyramid construction.
Okay.
So the sharing settings we created was for this account, and for the users here to be able to see each other's records.
Okay, so when you created it, and then you got to the part where you have to grant access, and then you put accounts, and then you shared it with, I think, partner accounts, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then the one for today, you shared it with contact accounts rather than partner accounts.
Yeah, I didn't go into practicing that or like demonstrating that. Yeah, because I haven't really tested it extensively. So, yeah.
Okay. I think that was the part that confused me the most.
The part about the target.
Yeah, the target and putting it for partner account and then putting the other one for contact account.
Oh, okay. So hold on, let me just go back to the share group slides again. I'm going to close this. All right, so for share groups, you get to use it for high volume users. And as we already know, the high volume users are the customer community license holders. So that's why I created a new one. And I didn't use it for the partner users, which is what we already had. That's the one we created yesterday, right? Oops, sorry, I'm opening the wrong thing. Okay, so yesterday we created the sharing sets for the partner users. So I didn't use the same sharing sets for the share groups because they apply to customer community license users. Does it make sense?
So the sharing set is for partner accounts, and then the share groups is for customer community licenses. So that's for customer accounts, or is that different?
Sharing sets is for all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Then share groups is for the customer community.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, let's go back to external account relationships. All right, so account relationships and account relationship data sharing rules give you granular control over how account information is shared. They allow you to share object records related to accounts, contacts, leads, opportunities, campaigns, cases, orders, and custom objects. That's a handful, but yeah. The shared record doesn't have to be owned by a user of that account. They just have to be associated with it. You can also determine the access level granted, such as read or write. Account relationship data sharing rules allow you to define the criteria that are used to share object records with an account, with an external account. The data sharing rules define the relationship type, very key, the information that is shared, and the record access given to the account that is gaining access. Once you've created your data sharing rule, you can use it to share data with an external account by creating an account relationship. The account relationship comprises the account that is sharing information, the account that is accessing those records, and the type of relationship they have. Okay, so I will go to the next slide. Account relationships are available to users with Customer Community Plus and Partner Community licenses. To set this up, the first step is to enable it in digital experiences, settings, and once enabled, it cannot be disabled. The account relationship related list is added to the account object layout. I'm going to demonstrate all these. And then finally, the relationship type is configured through setup account relationship data sharing rules settings. Okay, so account relationships. So basically, what it's saying is that they can be like a parent account or a main account. In this case, I called it Black Force Oil and Gas. And this account has partners and have partner accounts. One of the partners is Pyramid Construction. And then it's possible for Pyramid Construction to share data to its distributor. So Pyramid Construction has distributors, retailers, affiliates. So it's possible for Pyramid Construction to share data to its distributor. So remember that this is all accounts. So these are not persons now. So these are like account relationships that we're talking about. All right. Any questions about that before I go into the org? Okay, let me go ahead then and demonstrate it. Hoping it works this time. Okay. Right. All right. So the first thing to do is to enable it, which we can do from our digital experiences settings. And then we enable account relationships right here. Enable to show account relationship objects and associated sharing rules. After you select this option, you can't deselect it. So yet again, it's going to create an object here. If we do accounts, just to show you the difference by the time we enable that. So it's checked, so I save. Then go back here, refresh. So it's created the object for us, account relationship. We're going to go in there and add the related list to the page layout. So the related list we're adding are what's going to help us to assign the from and the to the accounts. So over here, no, that's not what should be there. It should be in the accounts objects, not that one. So accounts, related list, and we're looking for account relationships, account from and account to. So let's drag those. Save. You have added or moved related lists on this page layout. Do you want these changes to override users' personal? Yes. Okay, so if we go to the front end and go to accounts and say open up any one of them, we can find the related list that we just added. Then the next step would be to add the rule, so the sharing rule for this. So remember that we're trying to share we're trying to share data from pyramid construction to United Oil. Okay, so we go back to our setup. Then we search for accounts, relationship data sharing rules. So this is where we configure the roles and we create a new one. And we're going to call it account sharing for pyramid. No. I'll just leave it at account sharing. Complete that. And then for the account relationship type, so remember that we called the partner a distributor. So that's what we're going to choose here. So it can be a distributor and it can be any one of these. So choosing distributor. Then we want to give them read-only access. Object type. So since we already have like opportunities for those users, let's use opportunity. Then for account to criteria field, we will choose the account ID. And the account ID here is the ID of the opportunity. So we save. And we go back to the front end. And we're going to go to pyramid construction. So what I'm hoping to achieve is that we're sharing information from pyramid to from pyramid to United Oil and Gas. And so when you're setting that up in the front, let me open that again. No. Okay, yes, so let's go to pyramid construction. So when you're setting that up, you'd have to configure, create like a new relationship here. So because we're in pyramid construction account, pyramid construction is the one granting access to data. So, and I'm going to complete that from the account relationship account to related list. So let's do that. New. Share access to United Singapore. Right, so the from accounts now is going to be United Oil and Gas Singapore. Now the account relationship. Remember that we chose distributor when we were creating the rule. So that's the same thing we're going to choose here. So distributor and then save. So now we're going to go and test this out. So we're going to test to see if the users of United can see the records that were created by the pyramid construction users. So we're going to log in as money again. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so we're back in our site, open in incognito. Okay, it looks like Mani is still logged in. Let's go to home, opportunities again. And we can find this opportunity. Now, who does it belong to? This opportunity belongs to me. Interesting. Okay, that's not what I expected to see. What I was expecting to see was, where's my notepad? So, what I was expecting to see was two opportunities because Claire has two opportunities and Pat has two opportunities. So I was expecting to see 4 opportunities there. Yeah. Let me just go back and take another look at this. Distributor read only, opportunity, account ID. Yeah, that's correct. Then share access to you. Yep. Okay, well, I'm not sure why that's happening again, but yeah, it worked when I practiced it, so. Okay, does anybody have any contributions or suggestions or comments? I'm not taking no for an answer. I want to hear from somebody. All right. Okay, so I hope you at least understand what I was trying to do. Okay, hi, Neka.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
So I think I'm a bit confused with where you're sharing from and where it's going to. So
Okay.
is it pyramid that is supposed to see accounts in Singapore, or is it? Are we trying to see the people in Singapore's account, trying to see the accounts of those in pyramid? I don't know if that's where our challenge is coming from. I'm not sure.
Okay,
I don't know if
so
you understand.
I understand. You don't agree with the way I set it up, right? I think that's what you mean. So you don't agree that I should put it here, right?
It's a bit confusing because this is a pyramid account, and this account too. So when you opened it up now, it appears that saying the Singapore are saying accounts in pyramid, or that's our pyramid account. So I don't know if it's supposed to be the other way around, but it's a bit confusing. I'm not sure.
I completely agree with you that it should come from here, but yeah, from the materials I looked at, you're supposed to set it from the 2. We can actually try that. There's nothing wrong with that in trying. Yeah. So let's delete this. And then, so we're sharing to United Singapore. All right, so from account pyramid to Singapore, then distributor as the relationship type. So save. Okay, so yet again, let me just use the text document instead of this one. So yet again, now that we've set this up, we're looking to view the data from United Oil. So that's why I chose money. So let's go back and refresh the page. Okay, it's giving me an error. Yeah, so this time we're not even seeing anything. We're not even seeing anything. Let me switch it back and just take a closer look at the accounts that it actually pulled up. Maybe that will help me to know why it's happening. Share. And that and distributor. Save. Okay, let me refresh it again. And then, so this is pyramid emergency generators. So let me go back to the front end and open that. Opportunities. And then, okay, I need to remove the filter. Remove all. Okay, so that's the one is seen. So this is the opportunity seen, and it's owned by me. Well, I think the best thing would be to practice this in a whole different org, because with all the things that we've created, I'm not really sure which will be interfering with the other, you know. So I'll just do that and come back to demo it to you guys again. Yeah. Because at the back of my head, I'm thinking that just for the fact that we activated these two, I'm not sure if they work together, but I mean, you never know what could be interfering with the other. So yeah. Okay, so let's go back to the slides. All right, so I just want to give a summary about sharing and visibility. Not a summary per se, but you may be familiar with just a few of the things that are here already. So object sharing and visibility. So ways that you can share an object. From everything that we've learned, you can share an object from the navigation menu of an experience site when you create a Salesforce object. So just as a refresher, when I created the opportunities objects on the experience site, when I added it here. So that's a way that you can share an object to an external user. And as you know, we went to edit it to add a new menu item. So this time we can add leads, Salesforce object. Then you choose the object type and then publicly available. So that's a way that you can add an object for an experience, an external user to see. Okay, so the next one is through user permissions. So like we've talked about, the licenses, the profiles, permission sets, sharing rules, sharing sets. Then also on the experience site, the record detail page or custom record detail page. So to show you what that is, if you go here, so we just created a leads object. So let's find it here. If I scroll down, let me publish. I'll refresh. Okay, so leads. All right, so it doesn't add it as a page. All right, but if you can see the campaign object, and if I click on this arrow to drop down, you can find details about this object in the campaign details page. So I'm not sure if that will show, but let's see. Okay, yes. So this is one way to share contents of an object. All right, so moving on to portal user visibility and site user visibility. The portal user visibility is configured from sharing settings. It can be enabled to allow customer and partner portal users in the same account to see each other. Portal users can see each other regardless of OWD settings when they belong to the same account. For the site user visibility, also configured in sharing settings, it grants the ability for site users and guest users to see each other on a public site, like the forum or the peer-to-peer, an app, or in ideas. They can interact with gamification features and respond to each other's posts and comments. Visibility is enabled on a site-by-site basis. So even though you're configuring it from here, you still have to enable visibility on your experience site. So you can read more about that on this Salesforce help article. So I want to show you the portal user visibility and the site user visibility. So if I go to my sharing settings, you can really do a whole lot of things in this sharing settings. So, and I click on edit, then scroll down. So this is where you activate the portal user visibility or the site user visibility. And yeah. Okay, so this concludes our roles, sharing, and visibility. So in the next class, by next week, we're going to start with the options on the right, which is planning an experience cloud deployment, building an experience site start to finish, and exporting templates and importing templates, and every other thing there on the list. I'm sorry about that. Any questions? Hello, Nika.
Yeah, there was a question I asked at I think the second day of our class regarding like since we are using the dev org, right? This experience site, is it something one can build, like use the dev org, build for yourself, since we have 1 or 2 licenses attached to them, and maybe just put what you've done, maybe just to showcase what you've done. Is it possible? I know I asked this question in our second class, but you said you will get back or something. I can't remember.
Yes, I answered your question. I guess you're not paying attention.
Probably.
And you asked me a question immediately after. Okay, so what I said.
Yeah.
So your question was if you could give someone access to your site.
Exactly.
And,
maybe 1 or 2 people just to show what you've done.
And yes, and I said yes. So you can definitely design your site, assign it a user license since it's the developer version. Mm-hmm. Then you can give whoever it is the username and password to log in and look at it. Okay. So yes, you can surely do that. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Any other questions? Confusions or anything you would like me to clarify? We have a little bit of time. Hello, Heather.
Hello, good night. I was wondering for the last bit that you'd said there about the portal visibility, the site visibility, and you showed us where it was, but it wasn't enabled, right? Like it wasn't checked off?
No, it wasn't enabled.
So when you enable that, is that when you can do all those things on the list, or?
Yes.
Okay, so we didn't do any of that because I thought we had done some of those things.
No, we didn't. No.
Oh, okay.
Now we don't have a peer-to-peer, so.
Yeah, that part we don't have. Okay, so we have to make sure we go in, enable all that stuff so that we can
they
do
can see
some of the other sharings. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
Welcome. Any other questions from anybody? Comments, feedback, anything? Okay, I think we can call it a day and see you next week. Same time.